Okay, we're going for a ride up the Washougal River. This is a loop that I like to do quite often. It's a beautiful loop, lots of turns, lots of great scenery, and I never get tired of doing. So we're turning on 242nd, heading down towards 500. Interstate 500 that winds through the back roads here from Vancouver to Camas. Nice day for a ride. It's almost noon, and it's not too hot today. It's supposed to get up to about 85, but I don't think it's in the 80s yet. So the speed limit here on this portion of 500 is 45 miles per hour. So I need to check my windshield. I'm getting a lot of wind. I don't know how that's coming through on the... Oh, I know why. One, I forgot to put down my windshield or my helmet shield. I actually usually use the tinted part, which only covers a portion. I don't have that down, so the wind's hitting me directly. Not a good thing, but I will change that up here in a minute. Hi, Becca. I'm on my motorcycle. Yes. No. Yeah, probably it would be okay. Well, right now I'm in a corner here. I'm in traffic. I got cars coming both directions. So I'll be home. I'll be home this afternoon. Love you too. Bye. So I was interrupted there by a phone call. I don't know what happened on the camera, but anyway. I'm back on the path heading down to the Washougal River Road. Got a few miles before I get there. Wow, this is a huge trailer. I guess it's a fifth wheel. I can't believe how big these things are. Dually, it's got a dually hull in it. So we're going down the hill now. I don't know how steep the road looks on the camera, but it's fairly steep, and you come down toward the bottom of the hill and it turns, you got to slow down for a 35-mile-an-hour corner, which is what I'm doing right now. Come out of the corner and you can get back up to the speed limit, which is 45. And there's a number of turns on this road. In here, 40-mile-an-hour turns. You don't really have to slow down much for those at all if you're going 45. But I usually do, because I don't like to go much over the recommended speed going around a corner. I got a car on my rear end right now, and so I'm going to pull over right here and let them go by. Which they did. I hate having a car coming up from behind me on these corners, because I'm not in a big hurry. I just want to enjoy the scenery, enjoy the turns, enjoy the wind, ride on the wind. That's what I'm doing. I had a sailboat for a few years, 3 years, and I was riding on the wind on the sailboat. Now I'm riding on the wind on a motorcycle. This farm we're going by right now, I bought hay here for my horses for many years. This guy makes his living hauling Eastern Washington hay. Sells it to a lot of people around, mostly people with horses. The local hay doesn't have much nutritional value, so pay about double or more for Eastern Washington grass. But it's very good hay. So as we go down this road, we hit corners where you have to slow down. That's pretty much the way it is up the Washougal River Road also. A lot of corners, turning both ways. So every 5 miles, my Map My Ride app gives me a report what my speed's been over the last 5 miles. And I don't think that comes across on the camera, but on my microphone. It's coming through my headset, but my headset on this motorcycle is right up to my ear, so it doesn't spill over. The sound doesn't spill over to the microphone, which... Anyway, we're coming up to the stop, and this is the Washougal River Road. Runs along the Washougal. We'll run probably 12 miles, or... Well, I guess we're up mile 2 already, or so. So we run up about 14 miles. I'm not sure. To the 14-mile marker. We'll see what's the first marker we pass on this road. And I got a car coming right behind me, and I'm gonna slow down and let him go by. Another one right after him. So I don't have to do that. I can stay in front of them fairly easily, but I would rather go slower than have to go at the speed they want to travel at, which is a lot faster than the posted speed, because it's a 45-mile-an-hour area, all this is, and but people drive it much faster than that. So there's beautiful scenery here. The river's nice to go along. It's just a nice ride. It's a loop. It's a total loop. It depends on which way I go, but it's from anywhere from 33 to 36 miles, depending on which branches I take on the way back. Sometimes I go on Highway 14, sometimes I go the three roads back, or sometimes the country roads back. I got a lot of choices. But I want to let this guy go by when I get up here, because I'm going the speed limit and he's going faster. So there he goes. And I like to get him in front of me, and then I can see if I can stay up with him a little bit. Not going at speed limit, I can't. If I get up to 50, and he's still leaving me behind. He is slowing down for a while. He's gonna turn here now, I guess. I was gonna say he's slowing down for corners a little bit. He just put his blinker on. I guess he's gonna pull over, which he is. there's a lot of twisties. They did some road work up here for quite a ways as we're on it right now. There's no center stripes. The road seems a little rougher than it was. I don't understand exactly what they're doing. I know they were doing some repair, but seems like in some ways they made it worse. I don't know. I don't like these 45 miles an hour right through these houses that are crowded right along the road here. That's the way it is up here. And we're just passing mile post 6. So again, I think we're going up to around 14 before we turn off the Washougal River Road. Oh, we got road work up here. 1 lane road ahead. So they're stopping. The cars coming from the other direction. It's fine by me. So I've just crossed a 10 mile, just got another little message from my Map My Ride app telling me I've gone 10 miles. Mile marker 7. It is nice to be able to live on the river up here, but I wouldn't want to drive this every day to go to work. Not something I have to worry about right now, but a lot of people do. Try to do this loop 2 to 3 times a week if I can. Just an enjoyable ride. Some of these corners get kind of slow, like this one, 20 miles an hour. Almost a U-turn. Thing I'm concerned about though is deer coming around the corner. I haven't seen too many on this road, but well, actually my son Gary has hit several deer, 4, I think 4 on this road with a vehicle. not on a bike. Usually not that many cars. This is a Friday. Not that many cars during the week. If you're not traveling, mornings and during the afternoon ride home for people. So I had some right at the beginning, but haven't seen any behind me for a while, which is a good thing. Now the speed has changed down to 35 miles per hour. There's a school up here. Of course, school is out for the summer. Mile marker 9. But I think we changed counties, and they changed the speed. Again, people don't drive 35 miles an hour on this road, though. So we're coming up to the Washougal Mercantile store, little store that's way up here. I'm sure it gets a lot of local business. I know the guy who owned it sold it not very long ago. I was down at the motorcycle shop, Pro-Am, down in Vancouver, and the guy told me that the guy who owned that store sold it, and he came in there and bought a nice motorcycle. I guess he was gonna go do some traveling. We're going up here to Salmon Falls Road is what we're looking for. Gotta watch my speed. 35 miles an hour is up to 47. There's a little tributary we just went over that runs into the Washougal River. Water is getting down on all these because we're last day of July today. So they start getting pretty low. Mile marker 11. I don't know how far it is up here. It might not be as far as I thought. Oh yeah, we go through a community here now. A little community where the speed limit changes down to 25. I don't know what, there's a church here. I don't know what this community is called exactly, but there's not much here. Salmon Falls Retreat Center, Salmon Falls Chapel, and they slow it down to 25 going through there. Good idea. Okay, here we go, I think. Yep. Salmon Falls Road. So now we're crossing over the Washougal River. You can't see it down there unless I stop, which I'm not going to this time. And we head up on the other side. And there's a... This is all 35 miles an hour. This is one of the, practically a U-turn on here. People ask me or think, I don't know, why are you riding a motorcycle at 79 years old? Why did you get your motorcycle license at 78? I guess my answer is because I can. It's not that I did a lot of mountain bike riding and I can't do that anymore. But on a powered bike, it's a lot easier. People, they talk about the danger. It is dangerous. Life is dangerous. So I had to, my battery went dead on my camera and I had to stop and change that at a park and ride here. I need to learn how to time that so that I make the stops before it quits. It only lasts about 15 to 20 minutes, and this ride takes me an hour. So I gotta get on Highway 14 now, and I don't think I'll take 14 all the way back. I can go down here about 4 or 5 miles. And take Bell Center Road. I got a car coming up on me so fast. That's why I don't like to get on here, because these guys travel way over the speed limit. I've got 40-mile-an-hour corners here, and I don't like taking them any faster than the wind really blows you around on this gorge. And so there's all kinds of things that you might run into coming around these corners. I'm looking right now for a place that I could actually pull over, but because I got cars. But we're coming up to Cape Horn, and there's a few pullovers, a few spots to do that, and that's what I'll do. I'll let these guys go by me. I could have pulled over right there, but I'll pull over here. This is the one and then let these cars go by. Okay. Oop, there's another one coming. I'll let him go by too. Oh, and a big truck. I'll let him go by too. Wow. Those trucks blow you around. Okay, so now we're good. Now we're good. We're looking, going by Cape Horn, and you can't really see unless I look over that way, which I don't. I want to watch the road. I still think I'll take the Bell Center turnoff and go back on the country roads instead of riding this highway. This corner here is 30 miles per hour, and it's got a warning sign, and Gary tells me they've had a lot of wrecks here with trucks taking it too fast. So I just got my 20-mile-an-hour report that I've, not 20 miles per hour, 20 miles that I've gone. So we'll see where this where this goes. I don't have pressure behind me right now. But when you get down the gorge, those big trucks, they blow you around on this bike. And it can be a little bit unnerving at times. This is my turn right here. I almost drove right past it. Forgot what I was doing. Okay. This road is only 35 miles per hour. Bell Center Road. I'm sure everybody travels faster than that. Not a lot up here. In the wintertime, though, this could be kind of treacherous. It's a little bit higher here. They get a little more ice and snow than we get. Somebody something. Got a fifth wheel just about as big as the house. Anyway, I was talking about the danger of riding a motorcycle, but I'll tell you what's even scarier riding on these roads, and that's riding on a bicycle. Because the cars do not respect you at all on a bicycle. And I've had two people that I know. One was my attorney and good friend for many years, who was killed on a bicycle. He was bumped by a car and he fell over, hit his head. He's wearing a bicycle helmet, which those things are about worthless. And he never regained consciousness. And later on, his wife remarried and she married a doctor. And lo and behold, he was killed on a bicycle. And my son-in-law was seriously hurt on a bicycle in Seattle. I know when you're riding a bicycle on these roads, the cars, they just miss you. They don't take a wide berth around you. They don't have any patience at all for a bicycle. At least on a motorcycle, you can stay in front of them if you want to. So if you don't drink and drive, you don't speed, you wear proper gear, you've greatly decreased the chances that you're going to get hurt on a motorcycle. You haven't eliminated them, but you've greatly gotten the odds better. And if you are a defensive driver, like that guy was just coming around the corner and he was over the double yellow line into my lane, you know. Fortunately, when you're on a motorcycle, you don't need a whole car lane to avoid hitting something. You can get by on a narrow piece of the highway. And the same with pulling over. It's easy to pull over on a motorcycle because you don't need much apron to get into to allow a car to go by you if that's what you want to do. I like that because I don't mind letting cars go by at all. I'm not in a race. When you slow down and go around the corner at the speed that they recommend, it's very simple. The speeds they recommend are for safety. But if you're going that speed, you know you're not going to have a problem going around the corner. most motorcycle experienced riders go around those corners as pretty much as fast as they can. So I just got my 25-mile report, 46 minutes of actual driving time, and I am at 25 miles. So I've got roughly 10 miles to get home, something like that. Downhill now. Big horse farm racing guy had used to, I don't know if he still does, but he has all the track up there. Everything. He used to race horses. Free apples, you pick. I've got plenty of apples at home. They're all over the ground. We're going down to a couple of corners here that are like they're 15 miles per hour supposedly, so they're fairly sharp. And I usually get down to about 18 at least. Here's the second one. It is also 15 miles per hour. Place where I could turn and go back out onto the highway for a little while, but I'm happy to go down this road that runs right into town on Washougal. It's 40 miles an hour. I was going 48. This this thing slows down and speeds up pretty fast. A lot different than a car. You don't need much throttle on it to increase the speed, and you don't need much throttle off to decrease the speed. Washougal High School ball fields, baseball, we're just passing. This is all 40 miles per hour in here until we get into this. Stores and stuff like that. It slows down to 25. I should say it's 30 miles per hour. That's what it goes down to. Till I come to my first light, and there's a Safeway here, a little shopping center. So now we're into the little bit of traffic here in Washougal. It's really not a big deal. So I just got the 30-mile report. I've gone 30 miles. I think I'm going to go up to the next light, turn right, and that's back onto the Washougal River Road. A few miles down from where I started, and I'll go back up and turn back onto the road I came on to get onto the Washougal River Road. Forgot the name of it. Maybe Blair Road. Got a little fruit stand here. I don't know what they're selling. This is a nice little Mexican restaurant that they're still doing finish work on it. They don't have the outside quite done yet, on the sidewalk anyway, but it's open. Okay, so we're onto the Washougal River Road here. It's 25 miles per hour. Actually, I'm not going to go up to where I came on. I'm going to turn off. I'm going to turn off coming up here. I don't like to, when I do a loop, I don't like to retrace some of the same way I came. At least I try to limit that to as short as I can. Coming back into Fern Prairie and the Fern Prairie Market. We're seeing the backside of it. Cross traffic does not stop. So we're back on 500 and heading home. I don't even know for sure how many miles I went because I didn't have my map hike on, but I'm 1986, so I'm 14 miles away from hitting 2000, which I'm only about a mile away from home right now, so I'm not going to hit it this time. Next time out, I'll be crossing the 2000 mark. Down to 42nd. Got some bumpy road along here. I don't know if it shows up on the camera or not. This is actually a 40 mile an hour speed limit on this road, because nobody drives. This corner right here, though, you gotta be careful. Especially people that don't live around here, because they come around that corner wide and there's cars coming the other way. And we are home. I'm gonna park outside though because I think I'm gonna wash this bike today. Instead of going straight into the garage, which I have a garage door opener on this thing, but so long.